Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Sadly, my last stream crashed. I don't remember what I was doing at that moment. I think I must have just finished this drinking contest, which I lost. Oh, I know what it was. I walked over, I looked at that pig.
The road to Valhalla does not run that way, Finir.
He's been up there a while.
And now we've got our buddy hanging out up there.
Eivor! Some sweet wine for a sweet swine? Come join me!
Why aren't we going in any of the directions that I want to go in? That is definitely one thing with Assassin's Creed, which has been something that's always driven me nuts, and I'm sure everybody else who's ever played the series feels the same way, where they don't jump in the direction you want them to go to or climb in the direction that you want them to go to.
The Saxon god wanders somewhere up here, does he not? I haven't seen him.
They like to say he moves with mystery.
Look! The moon! It moves untroubled now. But one day it will be eaten by a giant wolf and the nights will be black forevermore.
Are you all right?
I've tasted glory once again. And it was good.
I'm glad to hear it. Now,
I always felt like Skoll, Hati, chasing and trying to fulfill Halfdan's wishes. But now I've caught my sun and moon. I've got them and I don't know.
you can let them go. Sail to a further shore.
My longship's in Valhalla. Don't you remember? Firestarter.
Come on.
Don't mind me, I'm
let's
opening
get
my
you to
utility
solid
belt.
ground.
Everything's spinny.
Alright. So I'm gonna have to... Okay. We're going to have to climb your... or carry your ass down somehow.
You're very strong.
You're very large.
And how exactly am I supposed to get him down? I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Oh, well. I guess I'm supposed to do that. Alright.
Sorry for this, Eivor. I've had one last
Stepped on
story.
by a pig.
I should be happy. I am happy. Thank you.
It need not be the last.
Not the last.
Alright, now let's go back to the pig and
How light-footed I am.
hopefully it doesn't crash again. Which I doubt. Usually it only crashes because the game's been on for a while. It's an old
The boar
PlayStation and it
represents
overheats.
fertility. Did you know that?
Estes
Oh,
Freyr,
that's what this is.
What's your point?
You impress me, Eivor. Your battle wisdom.
Alright,
your
we've already seen
strength
this. I'm
Yet
skipping
I
through this.
wonder.
Even a fool has...
I...
Have another.
Did you hear what...
Keep
Yes.
that up.
Wait, did you hear?
Okay.
Enough fun and games. I should see how Oswald is doing.
Alright, let me read this. Magnus's note to self. To tomorrow's Magnus. The coverings to the graves remain broken. If you have not fixed them by the time you have read this note, you had best pray nothing has been stolen, or it will be your head, and there will be no tomorrow's Magnus tomorrow. With much concern, the Magnus of today. That was another quest I was supposed to do. Right? I think I just ran out of time to do that. There was like the one... Yeah, there was one about somebody robbing graves. That pig is... You guys are letting the pig into the church? Okay.
Eivor, I'm about to address our guests, and I'd like you to be there.
It has been a worthy ceremony so far.
And have you had enough fun yet?
I am ready to hear you address your kingdom.
Good. Come, join me. Friends, honored guests. We've pushed through hard times. It seems like all we've known is loss and suffering. But it is not conflict that binds us. It is compassion. May we always favor compassion, even when our enemies refuse its boon. So, to my Dane friends and neighbors, I give thanks for the bravery you have shown during our collective struggles. And for my fellow Christians, may we continue standing as examples of our Lord's grace. Lights in the dark. I see East Anglia's future right here, right now, in all of you, Dane and Saxon alike. To our future.
Still a bit soft on insults, but the king has courage.
And to Eivor, without whom none of this would have been possible.
On behalf of East Anglia, let this ring be proof of our loyalty to the Raven clan and all they have done for us today.
Would you have any words of wisdom for us?
Live long and prosper.
Oswald, you would not have been my first choice as king, nor my second. I thought you weak, bendable, without resolve. But not all men are as they first appear. I came to see that Oswald's heart is amongst the largest I have ever known. He is sturdy, he has wisdom, he has courage. All qualities of a man worthy to be king. He is the king East Anglia deserves, and the king you need. To the good king, Oswald!
To Oswald! Skull!
Skull!
Skull! Okay, everyone, the bridal race starts now. Remember, you all have to lose to the bride and groom. Steady all, and ready yourself for the wedding race. The king and his bride against all!
My king!
Uh-oh. Are you kidding me?
The sheep you left to guard me have been shorn. Oswald! King of sheep fuckers! Show your eyes! I challenge you.
I accept.
Oswald is king, and a king must have a champion. I will fight in his stead.
He challenged me, Eivor.
Your fight is bigger than this, Lord. You must rebuild East Anglia plank by plank, and a dead king cannot keep his oaths. Let me finish this.
Oswald, you gutless Arya swine! I'll slay the wolf-kissed, then hang you with your own tongue. You always getting in the way.
That's what I do.
East Anglia can burn for all I care.
And this time, you ain't getting up again.
I wish it had not come to this. So much death, so much anger.
What is done is done.
You're leaving now.
I should. Your wedding should be a day of peace and happiness. Today I lack both.
Eivor, you've done East Anglia a great service. I promised you an alliance, and now you have it.
And one day I will need you to make good on that alliance. I should find Finir. Say goodbye before I leave.
I wonder if, since we had that little moment with Brother, if we were playing a male version of Eivor, would he still approach us, or would there be a female that would approach us? How does that work? I'm just curious, like, how much of a difference is there between playing as a male or female protagonist? There you have somebody that looks like you. Now hopefully it's where we take Finir with us.
Brother, look after Oswald, will you?
Aye, he is family now. And I could not be more proud of him. We have you to thank for that.
Take care.
Mit anjam denjamanda hith nero emekwanan. Altes altes odo his akshevan kinenet.
Valdis.
Will you not stay a moment longer, Eivor?
I should not linger. My banner folk await my return.
I understand.
Take care, Valdis. You fought well and won yourself a worthy king.
I did, didn't I? Take care, Eivor.
Okay, goodbye. How come it won't let me talk to him?
Brother, Oswald is in your hands now. Protect your king, and call out to my banner should the need arise.
Aye, Eivor. Without a moment's hesitation. Travel safe.
I will, friend.
We're gonna stand up on this stool here.
A dream come true, like none other. Thank you for everything. From the bottom of my heart.
I don't know how you got here before me, but...
Ah, greetings, Eivor.
You're missing the festivities.
I've had my fill.
It's as much yours as it is Oswald's.
I was a crumbling man, Eivor. Before all this, I thought I'd die a tired old failure. But now, my heart burns bright with newfound fire. I want to live hard, die fierce.
Has he
Glory
dropped enough
cares
hints?
not for age, Finir. Sail with me. My ship could always use a wise head and a strong axe.
Together?
Together.
I'll gather my things.
About time. All right. Helheim scheme.
The wind calls me back to Rampe. Best tell her the good news.
Cool. I might play around with the way my ship looks. Oh yeah. Before I go anywhere, we're gonna go kill a fool. How far away is it? It's not that far. Now that everybody's had a wonderful time, celebrated, did all kinds of cool stuff, I'm gonna go murder someone. Let's go, horsey. All right, horse. Okay, didn't realize that I killed him that quick. Okay. Alright, onwards. Oh, what is this? There's a bunch of randos. Yeah. Okay, we don't know exactly where this guy is. We just know he's out here somewhere. What? How did that go from 70 something to 130 something? Oh, you ducked. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Ah yeah. Sucks to be you. Alright, let's confirm the kill here.
Your time in Midgard is over now.
There, we got enough out of you. Now, I could attempt to kill this one of these daughters while we're here. This probably will not go well for me, but hey.
Thor lends me strength.
Alright, can I possibly handle this? Let the blood pour out of this thing's face.
Fury.
Are you here for blood? Like all of those wretched others? Speak!
Not for yours, unless you tempt me.
Liar, liar, liar! You will join them, all the unkind dead. Now I open the scars of my heart.
Say they're using troll.
Breathe deeply. Watch as I become smoke, and listen as I break your bones.
Raise a glass. Another word. How is this possible?
Oh, I've never
I shall quiet.
I never got her this
Greater darkness
beat up
fuels
before.
my rage. Spirit of my father's rage, fill me!
Out! Damn you!
I need food. Well, that sucks. I'm gonna die from fire. How much does that suck? can't even... I'm about to lose this fight. Oh, come on! I'm not fighting her again. Those I'm just going to focus on my own. I'll do those offline because they're so tough that they require over and over and over. Like, it's just not, it's not worth it. Like, anybody who's just watching is going to be like, okay, dude, you know, like, I don't want to see you fight the same person for the 12th time in a row. Nor do I want to fight someone for a 12th time in a row. Alright. Let us... And, by the way, look at that. I can raid this now. Which is pretty freaking awesome. How about this one? This is still... Ooh, I can definitely raid this. How about over here? Nope. I probably could, but it'd be very dangerous. I can do that. What about this? No, definitely not. And yes, so I got a whole bunch of raids I can do. That's awesome. Alright. Raids I will also do on my own time. Maybe I'll do one or two. I don't know. We'll see what kind of events pop up. I know I still have to go back to Asgard. But I'm not in a hurry to do that. Like, the Asgard stuff is cool and all. Like, don't get me wrong. I do enjoy it. But I enjoy this way, 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 way more. La da 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 dee. Come on. Is that the bass bump I heard in the background? Does that mean we're about to go back to the game and not just the cutscene? Or loading screen? Nope. Okay, come on now. Supposed to hold circle to vault over small obstacles? I didn't know that. Finally. Okay, do I have, real quick, gear to upgrade? Yes, I do. Oh, I not have enough. I don't have enough leather. I don't think I caught any more fish.
Eivor's here.
Yeah, I'm here. Hello.
What have you got for me today?
I don't think I've got much to sell.
Eager to find a new home for these.
Yeah, I definitely
Nothing
didn't have
else?
much to sell. Nope, that would be it.
I must take my leave. So long.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay, I'll try. Oh yeah, I've also got a couple of skills here.
I could trade that hat for 2 of your horses.
Silence! Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
This matter be settled here and now.
Have patience, Rowan. There is a time and a place for such disputes.
What goes on in my halls? Of course, they're not mine.
Eivor, thank Tyr.
I heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished.
Ha! Rather disappointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
Oh, shut up.
Who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
I seriously can't stand him.
Please start again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I'll hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood? Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools.
Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of
painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
You see? Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan. Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly.
You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleeding...
Rowan?
As I was saying, this morning in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
You clipped Alfgafer's tail to the rump, without asking.
It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your position. I believe I have heard enough. If you'll...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
I'm gonna.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Algifer's hair will grow back in no time.
Quiet, both of you. Now listen. Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed! Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
It is a two-victim crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Pay the man and be done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We are done here. Return to your homes in peace.
And honestly, yes, he should keep the horse if he pays for it.
Would you allow me to pay you with a vibrant painting? After all, in some ways you helped in its creation.
Absolutely not. Silver is the only color I wish to see from you.
I'll be right with you, Radvi. I need to stir the pot here. All right. I just want to hear if there was going to be more conversation out of those two. And I believe we're going to have a feast after I talk to her. So I haven't done that yet. Hi. Hi.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good day. That Holger, he is quite a character.
I almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
Yeah.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install him as Elderman there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago.
Who?
The poor man slipped away in his bed.
I had not heard, no. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Alright, I'll talk to her. I'll talk to her. Oh, do I have a new letter? Hold on this 1 second, guys. Let me, I don't know why it won't let me. It won't let me,
scared. So glad to see you. Ah, a new letter.
But yeah, it won't let me change the brightness. I don't know if that's because of the interaction with my TV or something. I have no idea. Wolfhilda's letter. To the esteemed warrior Eivor of the Ravens. As promised, I've completed my manuscript regarding the peculiar series of incidents we encountered in East Anglia, enclosed as a copy for your perusal. As to your request, names and deeds have been changed in the creation of a legend which shall invigorate our nation. Yours in God's name, Mother Wolfhilda, Abbess of Barking.
An inspiring tale. Far more fitting than that terrible day. At least you changed my name. And she got a dragon in. Always with the dragons.
Okay, that's awesome. So, definitely the tale of Beowulf. Ceolbert. Or Ceolwulf. Eivor. I pray this letter finds you well, and my son, Ceolbert, has written me a few times now. Oh. I pray this letter finds you well, and my son. Ceolbert has written me a few times now, often in so much detail it is as though I am there. He admires you, trusts you. It warms my heart to know he has someone to look up to. I know you will do right by him. As for myself, I have settled nicely in this new role. My court is behind me, and I have the people's loyalty. For the first time in a long time, Mercia is stable. It's thanks to you, King Ceolwulf II. Okay, no comment at all? Okay, I already read that, so there's nothing new. Hello, Wolf. You alright?
Randvi, are you well? You seem distant.
I'm fine. Only a little tired, but well enough. Shall we look at the map?
Not until you tell me what is wrong.
Oh, I think I have. I feel somewhat trapped. In this room, in this settlement, in this life.
I cannot help you with your life just now, but I can get you out of this room. What do you say?
I don't know. There is much work to be done.
Stop. Forget about alliances and responsibility for just a few hours. We could take a ride to Grandebridge or somewhere nearby for a change of pace.
That sounds lovely. And too far to consider just now. But thank you, Eivor. Maybe another time. Now, what was it you needed?
Show me the map first.
I want to see the Alliance map.
Alright. So there are 4 alliances to get that remain on the map. That doesn't mean that's all of it either.
What about Senefordshire? Sigurd told me he had business there.
Ah, yes. Sigurd is there now, in fact. He bids you go meet him as soon as you can. He has partnered with a rebellious thane called Giedrich, and hopes to install Giedrich as Elderman in exchange for an oath. There is an alehouse at the center of Buckingham. Sigurd will meet you there.
Dab.
I
Oxfordshire.
should join my brother then. Where is Buckingham?
Along the great Ouse River that divides Oxenfordshire. Sigurd will be pleased to see you.
I bet he will. Let's you and I, let's go to that whatever. Gloucestershire, is that where we said we're gonna go? Oh, Grantebridgeshire.
Randvi, take a break. Let's make for Grandebridgeshire and get you out of this musty room.
Do you mean now? Right now?
Yeah.
Of course. You said you were tired of all this, so why not? Stretch your legs and fill your lungs.
I did ask, didn't I? You're right. Lead the way, Eivor.
Alright, let's go.
Follow me. We won't take the long ship today. This trip is for us. Just you and me. Is that a problem?
Not at all. So long as I get some air and sun, I will be fine. I spend too much of my day in the Longhouse.
We'll need to cross the river at some point if we want to enter Grantebridgeshire. If you know a better way, I would love to hear it.
Is swimming not an option?
Swimming? I don't know. Are you joking?
A boat or a horse would always do, but I'm not opposed to the more traditional methods.
I'm not running all the way. Am I not on any kind of path? Whoa, I guess not. I thought I was on a road. Down here? No. Well, this isn't a very heavy conversation journey. We're just cruising through the woods.
Lovely. I have not been this far east of the settlement. Isn't that awful?
You think safety awful?
To live one's life in so small a pen. Hear stories from you and the scouts without ever venturing further. Gods, do you smell that? The earth and the air. It is good to be out here.
It is, but there's lots of dangers.
Eivor, there. What is that?
This is where the Summer Army retreated when Grantebridge was lost. They seem to have resettled the city in full now.
Right, right. I know this land so well by its map, but to see it in person brings it to stunning life. A Roman marvel. I will not soon forget this sight.
It would be wild to actually see what this place looked like at this time period.
You mad neck?
And here we are. Welcome to Grantebridge. We should make our way to the Longhouse.
Oh, it's bigger than I imagined. Rustic, woody, beautiful. And everything seems quite new.
Under Soma's guidance, the Summer Army built this town up from a small village. They wanted a hub for trade near London, and a launching point for incursions into Wessex.
Well, it is impressive. Some interesting architectural ideas here too.
What are you doing? I got off the horse for a reason, you know?
Well, is that Eivor I see? It's been quite a while since I've seen your face around here.
Oh, it's you.
I know you, I think. One of Soma's loyal men. Magni, is it?
Yeah, good memory.
Good to see you again. This is Ranvi, a dear friend and a sturdy fighter.
Well met, Randy. Eivor seems to have a preference for befriending lovely women.
You know, I noticed the same thing.
I expected more people about Magni. Has something happened?
Soma rounded up some warriors and took them west. She's hoping to open a new trade route with oxen and wood there. Only now, in times of trouble, I have discovered I am not the surrogate leader I should hope to be.
What sort of trouble?
Oh, a pack of surly bandits have encamped nearby. To the east of the water's edge. They attack all merchants who travel here by river or road, and word is spreading quickly. It's keeping traders at bay.
That could cripple your town if it carries on too long.
It's crippled me already. The bastard stole my horse yesterday morning.
Well.
So what will
We can take care of them, Magni. And if we don't find your horse, we will steal you a new one.
Well, that would ease my mind. I have nothing to offer you for this deed, but the bandits surely would. Take from them what you like.
Good. Consider the matter handled. Eivor, come. We have a camp to raid.
I mean, Ranvi did marry our, for all intents and purposes, our brother, who's a big warrior, so it's not like, and she's a, you know, she's a Viking woman.
The bandits are camped on the river, he said, east of the water's edge.
You volunteered us for a fight, Ranvi. Is that your idea of a pleasant ride through the country?
It must be. I surprised even myself.
Away from your table for a day, and already you're lusting for blood.
A feeling you must know well, no? I have always wanted to experience the world as you do, and now I will. Unless you have a more interesting day planned for us.
We will help Magni and clear these bandits, but do not be rash when we find them. The Raven clan needs your steady hand.
Yes, indeed, my lord. I shall follow your order to the letter.
If I did not know any better, I would say you're teasing me.
Oh, certainly not, Eivor wolf-kissed iron-fisted Drenger. I would never tease one with such commanding authority.
Yo, TL Gamer, what's going on? Saying, I don't know which game is worse, this or Watch Dogs Legion. Ah. Yeah, these games suck. They're totally horrible. I wish I wasn't enjoying myself. Saying both games were destroyed when the game designers took a turn for the worse. And how did they take a turn for the worst? Either way, I've enjoyed both games quite a bit, so.
There, the bandit camp.
All right, stay close and do as I do.
Brood and look sternly at the horizon?
By all means.
I mean, I'm not saying you're not in a right to not enjoy them or not have an opinion. I just disagree, that's all, because I'm having a lot of fun. And this game I really love. I've been having a ball. I like when the mission parameters are destroy or eliminate whatever it is that, you know, you're encountering. Because it's like, well, I don't have to be subtle. You're going to see me for a second? Oh, you didn't even see me for a second. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. And dead.
Nicely done.
Shh.
Gamer saying, I'm speaking from a point of view on the original systems that were in both games that they removed at the last minute. Well, I'm not having any issues at all with the game system. Well, it depends on what you're talking about. I've played every Assassin's Creed game, by the way. Like this isn't the and all the Watchdog games. It's not that there's been a million Watchdog games, but it's not like I feel like anything has been destroyed. I mean, just me personally, like I said, I'm enjoying myself. And ultimately, my opinion is if I'm enjoying a game, then that's really the primary thing that matters. Hey, you. Come here. Come here. Come over to the death grass. And... yeah. You want to clear something up because you say, I don't get the concept of what the game systems were. Go ahead. The original system in Watch Dogs Legion made the recruiting system mandatory and all unique abilities couldn't be shared. Okay. Radvi, what are you doing? Hey guys, your friend just fell down in the grass and now he's not getting up again. Anything weird? Find that strange? I know you're staring at me.
I thought you wanted to do this in secret.
Well, I did.
For a battle, so here we go.
Oh no! I'm being thrown through the air and I don't know who threw smoke.
That's done. Now to deliver Magni his horse.
So, for example, if you wanted a cargo drone, not only did you have to seek out and recruit a construction worker, but you actually had to use the construction worker to call and use the drone. Okay. If you did not have a construction worker or weren't using one, you couldn't even call a cargo drone from a platform. So you're saying because they took that type of a system out, it ruined it. Even though technically all the people that you're playing are supposed to be like these elite hacker types who should be able to hack something as simple as a cargo drone. I mean, I get what you're saying, but I by no means think that ruined the game or, you know, even hindered it. Because considering that the game came out on the, well, now no longer next gen or current gen, but the, you know, PS4 and Xbox One. Point is, the recruiting system was destroyed when they allowed all unique abilities and made it useless. But the thing is, if anytime you're going to switch between characters, you have to sit through like long loading screens. And that's actually very irritating. And there's a lot of times playing it where, like, I'm glad I don't have to go back and get, like, a construction worker to use a specific ability for something as mundane as summoning a cargo drone. Because it's like, okay, so now I've got to sit through a loading screen for it to bring up the next guy. And if I arrived at my location, it's actually going to change where I'm standing so that I have to run back to the place that I was at instead of just being able to hack something and solve the puzzle of how to get into a place. You know, if it was, let's say if that game came out specifically on like PS5 or Xbox One X or whatever the hell the new Xbox is called, and you didn't. Now, I said something about switching characters. Because I'm saying if you had it set up so that you could only use specific type of characters with specific abilities. All right, so
croak for me?
Your argument is that I'm trying to say that it makes unique abilities completely useless. Well, I disagree, because simple things like that, I don't really care if, you know, if I'm able to do something as simple as use a construction drone or whatever. But there's still unique abilities that only certain characters that you recruit have, like having certain weapons, like the armed spider bot, or certain guns, stuff like that. So I can't just use anyone and just use whatever weapon. Or I could roleplay it. If I really gave a shit, I could roleplay it and just play it so that only certain characters can do certain things, because it's the only thing that makes sense. Which I'm not above doing, and I have done plenty. But bottom line is, I still don't think that ruined the game. It didn't break the game, and it certainly is ridiculous about taking it as these games, one is worse than the other. Like, these games are fun. So to me, that's all I care. I don't care beyond that. The game is fun. That's it. Bandit's Journal. Another night, another good haul with the lads. This time we ambushed a couple of Mercian soldiers from Leicester. Bergred's boys. They're well equipped, those buggers. Took what coin they had on them. Their swords, helms, even got myself a new pair of trousers because they didn't fit Henbold. I think I'm starting to fancy this spot. Lots of fresh meat coming through the Granthus Bridge. Gamer says, all characters can do everything all characters can do. So there's no such thing as unique abilities. Okay. Whatever. So all characters can do all other things. Every character can open hack, use guns, drive, nothing is unique. Alright. I still think the game is fun as hell. So, if that ruined it for you, then I'm sorry that something like that ruined the game for you, but like I said, I quite enjoyed it. I don't let things like that bother me. Especially because I understand that there's reasons for taking things out of games. I'm sure they didn't just go, hey, you know what? Let's just scrap this system. There was clearly a reason behind it. Oh, what now? I'm not... What the hell are you doing? Alright, fine. I guess I'm just going to follow you. They scrapped the system because they took a poll.
We are champions of Grantbridge. Do you know of any other towns that need liberating?
You don't think we have had enough drama for one day? We should return to the settlement.
You just settle down there, Radby.
To celebrate our victory.
At home, Tekla has all the meat and ale we could want.
Eivor, our outing has hardly begun. Find us an alehouse and let us make ourselves at home.
Let's return the horse. If your thirst remains, we'll look around.
Right, no, and believe me, I appreciate you pointing out the, you know, give me the example of what they changed. I'm just saying that it hasn't ruined the game for me. I mean, you came right on saying you don't know which game is worse, like these are bad games. I just disagree with that. But like, bottom line, like I said, you got to remember that like when they take systems out of a game, there's usually a reason behind it, and it's either like the people that are going to be purchasing the game want it changed, or they're taking a gamble. There's something that's not working quite right, or that they're taking it like, well, if we leave the system in place, it might become too laborious, and that'll be a black eye on the game, and that means people may shy away from purchasing it. Bottom line, they're trying to sell the games. So if there's something that's going to come across as negative that could really like turn people off when they're already dealing with something as risky as not having a main character protagonist, that you're like all your characters are recruited. I mean, that game, like I said, it's a big step on its own, you know. So you think they destroyed the work they did and that made it useless? Maybe for that game they changed the things and made that initial idea pointless, but in order to get the game out on time, they may have changed it, but who knows what they're going to do in the future. There's a lot of times where games will come out, they'll have a system in place, they'll change something or they'll get rid of it, and instead of going for it with one game, they'll fine-tune it, they'll really figure out what does and doesn't work with it, and they'll put it into a different game. So who knows? There may be another game that comes out, maybe Watch Dogs Legion Part 2, and that will include these things to the letter of what the original system was intended to be. Should I recruit you? Nah, you got the same axe as and you're too tall. You're going to confuse me and make me think that you're my lieutenant.
Nagne,
No, I get your point.
You solved your bandit problem.
Did you? Well done! And did you find my sweet mare?
Your horse is outside waiting for you.
Thank the gods she is safe. And thank you, Eivor. And your friend Randvi, wherever she is.
She's here somewhere.
Eivor, over here.
Yeah, that one had the same gear I'm wearing and has the same
Are you determined to
axe
get
that
drunk?
my lieutenant has.
I'm determined to get you drunk. Come on.
And I think in
Scared I will
combat it's
outpace
going to
you.
confuse
To
me.
be honest, a little.
Oh no, I'm not good at this drinking game. Is that what we're going to do?
What are you playing at?
A drinking contest.
Aw, man.
You versus me. Wolf-kissed versus Table Maiden.
Ranvi, we can do better than Table Maiden.
Mead Queen, then.
All right, let's do
Let us
it.
drink.
Beautiful.
Okay, good. We're not betting on it. I lost 130 silver last time I did this.
Staggering already.
Ah, damn it. It threw me off.
What has done you better?
Damn it. Oh, I hate doing this one. This one sucks.
Ugh, any more and I'll drown.
Ha! I am the Mead Queen, slayer of wolves and barrels. I told you I would drink you under the table.
So, are you satisfied? My head is ringing like a bell.
More than satisfied. Now come, we'll ride this off and take in the air as we head home. After
All
just
right.
one more stop.
Oh, no.
Ranvi.
It's a sunken tower near a waterfall, close to home. We can stop for a look, and then you are free of me. It's near the highest point of a hill, just south of the settlement. Easy to spot, I'm sure.
All right, one last stop then.
I know it might not show, Eivor, but I am terribly excited.
Oh, it shows.
Leaving already? Well, I do hope to see you again.
You will. You'll see us
Randy.
again. We're
Return
drunk.
anytime.
I might have to, Magni. Thank you for everything.
No, thank you. Safe
We're
travels.
hammered. Oy. Origins I never finished, and I never played Odyssey. I was going to play Odyssey when my brother finished it, and then I was going to borrow it off of him, but then he moved to Boston, and the game went with him. So, so one of these days I will play it, because I know he loved it. Origins, I'm trying to think. Origins was the one in ancient. Wait, was that or ancient Greece? I'm not sure. Not sure.
I think you may have punctured poor Magni's heart back there.
What can I
drink,
say? Not
really
the
drink
first,
during the
and it will
drinking
not be
games
the
to get the
last.
full immersion?
I name you Ranvi.
Well, I don't
Slayer
drink,
of
so that's
bandits,
not going to be an option
breaker
for
of
me.
hearts.
I will sound it with pride.
But that
Cinema
would be
described
funny
as
for those who
powerful,
do.
A desolate yet peaceful place. I am eager to see it.
After a full day of action, finally you wish to calm down.
I've had my fill of adventure. Time for a little rest.
What are you doing? Are you getting your own horse? Egypt,
I was
that's what it
wondering
was.
something. You and Soma. Was there something more to your bond? You spoke of her with a particular shine in your eyes.
We grew very close very
Hold on a
quickly.
second, I gotta answer
Is
a
that what
text.
you mean?
No, I mean, did something happen between you two?
What sort of question is that?
An innocent one. Innocent as a newborn babe.
Nothing happened between us. That is my answer.
I find that disappointing. If I were you, I might have tested the waters. Eivor, entangled by a hardy Jarlskona as she leads her army to victory and prosperity. A rather appealing match.
I'm going to pretend your last words were taken by the wind, Ranvi.
If you must.
Hold on, I'm answering a text from work. Okay. Origins equals Egypt. Odyssey equals Greece.
Fish.
Was... Okay, so it was Odyssey, then Origins. So Odyssey is the one that I started to play and I never finished. And Origins is the one I never got around to playing. Not sure. Yeah, I can't play these games on Nightmare or the hardest difficulty because it'll just frustrate the crap out of me. Origins was first? I don't remember playing the Egypt one, though. I don't know, maybe I did. I can't remember. My brain doesn't work very well sometimes.
Hey!
Well, you stepped in front of my horse. Don't you get mad at me. That's your fault. Yeah, no, that's what I mean, like the order that they were released. So the Egypt one, Origins, that came out before Odyssey, the Greece one. Ah, for crying out loud. Sorry, I'm just dealing with nonsense from work. I do remember that the Assassin's Creed one that I didn't finish. I didn't finish it because I know I got on a... I was on a mission or something that I couldn't figure out how to get to a place, like get into a room or whatever the hell it was, and then I ended up just getting frustrated with it. And then a game that I had been waiting to come out came out, and I ended up getting like completely wrapped up in that, and then I never got back around to playing the Assassin's Creed game.
Kill!
Really? You're gonna attack my friend? It's not gonna end well for you. There we go. Take my arrows back, thank you very much. Alright, horses. What are you doing, Radvi? Are you getting on the horse or not? I guess you're walking, huh? Oh, for crying out loud. Get on the damn... Get on the horse. Alright. Radvi, you're gonna piss me off. Fine, let's just run. Major AC games were Black Flag, then Origins, then Odyssey. Black Flag was awesome.
Away from me.
Fine, I'll just kill you by hand. Alright, trap set. Not that it matters, these aren't gonna blow anybody up. Not this time. Well, you don't waste skill points in this either, because you can, like if I wanted to, I can go, I can go at any point and I can reset from whichever point that I go to. So if I hit reset here, all of this stuff would then come back and I could build the tree in any direction, any way that I want. I just don't do it that way. I just build as whatever I select is what I select. I'm not going to retool anything because I figure I'll live with the mistakes. If I make mistakes and don't get a certain skill or don't get certain things built up, I'll just
Look there. That must be the
live
tower.
with it.
Take the bridge.
Take the bridge, eh? Is this the bridge you were talking about? I've been here. Oh my god. Okay, give me 1 second. I gotta read this. This is important work stuff that I gotta deal with. Okay, still haven't heard back from my freaking executive director, so I don't know what the hell the problem is. You can't go around it to get to the other side like you can in Origins.
Just as beautiful as Sunniva's stories tell. Can you imagine how it looked when it was first built, hundreds of winters ago? Sometimes when looking at a map, I imagine little people in their little armies, traversing the land. And now, staring at these ruins, I imagine people of old, how they lived, never knowing what would become of their monuments.
You have a fertile imagination.
I want a view from the top.
I don't mind the skill tree.
Shall we?
I'm okay with
Lead
it.
on.
Alright, we're just going for a dip in murky, muddy, gross water. Don't know why. Where are we going? Radby, I'm supposed to be following you, and now you're just...
Keep up! Mind where you put your fingers. These stones are old and weathered.
Where are you going?
You climb well for one who folds maps.
You jest, but I have raised the frames of longhouses and hammered the ribs of longships. My hands are calloused from hard work. Well, well. Look at this.
What? What'd you find? What'd you find? What'd you find? No, no, Eivor. That's not... What are you doing? Ah, the classic Assassin's Creed. What? What are you looking at?
A stunning view. It reminds me of my early years in Norway. How I used to climb the hills beyond the wood.
You have an adventurous heart. I hardly see it behind the table, but now I've watched you scale a tower in furs, soaking wet.
I was rowdy in my youth. Hunting, sailing. I was a wildling of the open air, before I became this staunch and stoic woman. Married off in service of peace between two clans. A noble and worthy role, but not one I had ever imagined for myself.
You would have made a fine wandering warrior. A Jomsvikinger. Free to come and go as she pleased.
I think so too. It may be we would have sailed together, over the open seas. Raiding, or traveling.
Or faced each other on the field of battle. Without your marriage to Sigurd, to secure peace, our clans might still be at war.
True. Very true.
That would have sucked.
Thank you for today. Every bit of it has been a dream, and I'm not keen to wake.
Then don't. We can stay here as long as you like.
Yes.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have. I got away from myself.
No need to apologize.
What are you
Sigurd
two
is your brother,
doing?
and I have put you in a very difficult position. The heart does not do politics like the head.
It may be the mead, it may be the air, but there is no need to apologize.
I am sober enough. But the truth of it is, I have felt this way for some time now.
Oh no!
I care for you, Eivor.
We are gonna betray Sigurd! No.
I am honored by your feelings, Randvi, but I value you as a friend. I hope that does not disappoint. It is my highest praise.
Of course. Thank you.
Alright, gamer.
I do apologize.
Have a good one,
You
dude.
need feel no shame. This stays between us. And at worst, we had a beautiful day. As friends and kindred spirits.
More than enough for me. I would like to stay here, if it is all the same to you.
I would like that.
Well, that's irritating. Not the game thing, but...
Randvi?
Where did she go?
Must have returned to the settlement.
Must have. Alright, then. Sploosh. Alright, now I honestly don't know how far away I am from home. Oh, not far at all. So, no need to. Oh, I'm right by where all the nudists were hanging out. Okay. Hold on, let me, I'll just make sure I'm going in the right direction here. Run, deer, and fox and rabbit. Is this a Disney film taking place up here? I can't believe Randby killed or kissed me. Killed me. Good lord. But is that what's going to be how that prophecy is going to take place, that we betrayed? Ah, crap. Tell you what, the wolves are very weird in how they fight. They just stand there and let you hack them to pieces. How come I didn't get anything out of that? Okay, what is this thing? What was I supposed to do with these? Leave a sacrifice? Or a donation, if you will. 10 small bullhead. Well, that's not happening here. Oh yeah. Sven is dead. Only avoiding that wolf because I know it's going to be a distraction. And right now I just want to get to Sven's grave, speak to Toby. And then I have to run out and do an errand, which I really don't feel like doing because it requires me to actually be driving a significant distance. I'm not in the mood to do that. I'm fine. Didn't hurt at all. Just busted open the back of my skull, but it's okay. It's okay. Don't worry. I'll deal with that later. What can I put here? Tombstone, marital runestone. Cool.
There was so much we were meant to do.
Hello, friend.
Tovi.
Eivor, it's Sven. He passed while I was away.
Tovi, I'm sorry I wasn't there.
No one was. We had planned to brand Tekla's barrels that morning, and we talked about what we might have for supper. And when I went to collect him, he was in his bed, sleeping, I thought. But he was already gone.
I'm sure he went in peace.
But he went with plans. Things he wanted to do, things he meant to do. His death was so empty. Not like in our stories.
What stories do you mean?
When we tell stories, the old and wise, they have this calm about them. They know when their end has come and they're ready. Sven wasn't ready. And I wasn't ready either. He was supposed to teach me things. I'm still learning. Everyone looks at me like I will simply carry on his work. As if nothing happened. Because they don't know. They don't know I'm not ready.
Life may ask more of us than we are prepared to give. But all we can do is our best. I was not prepared to lose my parents. But in a flash, they were taken from me. I pressed on, determined to live.
That must have been punishing. But you are so strong, and so determined.
Someone else might have done better than me, or worse. This was the fate woven for me, so I live it. I know Sven believed in you, in your craft. So do you believe in him? Do you trust him?
He was the most skilled artist I have ever known.
And he chose you. You may step up or step down, whatever you decide. But know that he had faith in you.
Thank you, Eivor. I need to get home.
Be strong, Tovi. And know that you're valued.
Alright, I'm going to talk to the dead now.
When I close my eyes, Sven, I see the signs on the arms of gods. You have taught Tovi well. Through her you live on. I am sorry I was not here to see you off, old friend.
Wait. Was he the tattoo artist? Is that who that was? Because I never did get around to building the tattoo shop. What place is this? Carrie's house. Carrie's wood shop helps fortify the settlement. Okay, but I don't have nearly enough. Gives me extra assassination damage, which is cool. Which is this place? Cattle farm. Maida's house. Super expensive. Grain farm. Is this a tattoo spot right here?
Nonsense! It is not that complicated.
You do not appreciate the subtleties of a cutting flight.
Yeah.
That is why you misunderstand.
How much does this cost? 6. Alright, so I have enough supplies. Yeah, so I don't see the dude's not hanging around outside, so I guess that's who Sven was. He was the tattooer. Man, what a bummer. Die. Alright, guys. I'm going to take a break here. I have to run out and do a couple of things. So, I'll be back later. Hopefully we'll have time to do at least one more stream, but I'm not sure. If I don't, I might just on my own time play a little bit and end up doing a couple of raids. Just depends on how much time I have between getting back and having to leave for work. So we shall see. But anyway, I hope you guys are all enjoying the game. I know some of you aren't, but I hope most of you are. I also hope that everybody out there is staying safe and healthy, and that in these crazy times you're remaining smart instead of being afraid. And if you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, hit that notification button, do all that YouTube stuff. And until the next one, as always, peace.